everybody. Welcome back. I'm Kurt Roth, and you've got the 505 Sports Venture Program. I want to thank our producer, Adrian, who's behind the glass, and of course, a shout out to President of ProView, Steve Davis, who gives us this opportunity every week to come to you and talk about UNM athletics and what we're doing with name, image, and likeness, and basically a new era of college athletics. We have a really special show, a little bit different than usual. And you know, we're in July, so we're not that far away from college football. And I know in New Mexico that means something a little different than it might mean, say, in Lubbock, Texas, or Boulder, Colorado, or Baton Rouge, Louisiana. But we've got a new thing happening here, a whole new regime. And for us around the program who have been integrated into what's going on and have worked closely with Bronco Mendenhall and his staff and his players, it's different. And we're going to see a whole different deal. I'm very confident of that as we go into this new season. So, again, NIL and 505 SVF, which is part of this NIL movement, is vital to the success of college athletes and college athletics at UNM. We cannot succeed without your help. So check us out at 505svf.org, or that's the formal title. I'm sorry, it's 505sports.org. 505sports.org. $1, $10, anything you can do is a vital contribution, and we need your help. Anyway, I'm really excited about what we're going to do. Hang out. We'll be right back after this break.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Miller here.
And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team is going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
Shorty, she better than all my intentions. Like and shorty, you got my attention. CEO, baby, I get you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
If you're drunk,
blasted,
intoxicated,
rip, plastered,
destroyed, bruh.
If you're like this,
You shouldn't be driving.
All right, everybody, welcome back. I have a very special show. We want to get to it because we got a lot to talk about. And today we have two guests. Let me introduce them. We've got two Lobo football players, DL guys. We've got Kyler Drake.
Sir.
Shake your hand. Garrison Walker.
Yes, sir.
Good to have you guys. Now, what we're going to talk about today is we've got a guy who's been here for his whole career and a guy who's just showed up in May. So we've got a lot to talk about, past, present, and future. All right, so let's start with you, Mr. Drake. San Bernardino, California,
Yep.
come straight to UNM, redshirt your first year.
Yeah.
So now you've had a full career here. This is your last year. You played 3 years.
Yep.
Okay, so talk a little bit about What's different this year?
Different from
The whole
this past
the-
season, yeah. So one thing I noticed, I think mainly from last season, the last couple seasons to like this season, is like, well, it's one of our mottos, like earn not given. So like things like I know before we had things like we had like fun days thrown in there, and I think people maybe kind of expected, every once in a while to be able to get like a break.
A break, huh?
Yeah.
No breaks in Bronco football.
No.
Right.
I'm like, everything we're doing is like, everything's deliberate. Like if we can get a workout in, we're gonna get a workout in. It's gonna be like, it's kind of like that, and it's like nothing is easy. I can't say there's any workout I've done so far in this program that's like easy. Maybe you could say it's easier than like the other ones, but like overall, like everything is pretty tough. So that's probably like one of the main differences I noticed in there.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Walker,
Yes, sir.
Georgia, grew up in Georgia.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to talk about your family in a little bit, but you've got come from a football family. Played at Reinhardt University for 2 years.
Yes, sir.
And then the last 2 years you've been at Auburn?
Last three.
Last three. Okay. So you're a super senior this year?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you showed up. We met in early May. You've been here 2 months. What do you think?
I'm liking it. The pace is way different from at Auburn and at Reinhardt.
What way?
And just like with working out, with Auburn, we used to work out 1 hour in the morning, then 1 hour in the afternoon. With here, it's all at the same time. So I've had to, adjust to that, acclimate to that, and plus you got the altitude, so that's another factor that I've had to, overcome. But I feel like, since I've been here, I've put one foot in front of the other, and like you said, earn not given. That's the one motto that got me here, because I felt like my whole life I've had to earn everything I've had, and I wanted to prove to the people here that I'm
could do that. All right. Well, let me get this straight. The linemen, you guys work out early in the morning, isn't
Yes,
it?
sir.
Kind of like two shifts,
Yes,
right?
sir.
The little guys are a little later. You guys going early. Now, my understanding is that when you get there, what time you get there?
So
Today.
It starts at 6:30.
Well, today doesn't count because the coaches aren't all around.
well,
right?
I'm like, I still show up. I'll show up around like 5:30, 5:40,
Yeah, 5:40.
in that area.
So when you get there, are all the coaches there?
No.
No?
No.
When do they show up?
Well, I know I walk in like Coach Wilkins, like our D-line coach. I'll see him in there on the treadmill.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then I know like one time in a meeting he was kind of saying to us like, "Yeah, I see every single one of you guys walk in. I see what kind of demeanor you guys have when you come in here." I'm like, I think we all have the same one. It's tired. It's 5:30 in the morning.
But those guys, the staff is active.
Yeah.
They're on you right when you start working out. Not today, because we know we're in a break.
Yeah.
But when the coaches are here, what's that like? What do you get in there at 5:30? What happens first?
We stretch, we stretch and stuff and do that, like recovery.
Okay.
Or not recovery, like we get ready to go and work out and run, and then after that we'll do like some individual time. And
What does that mean? What's individual?
so we do drills based on our position.
Okay.
With the coaches.
But you do it as a line. The D line guys do it together.
split up.
How long does that take?
Like 20 minutes.
So yeah, you get like 20 minutes of work.
Yeah.
And then you guys.
Feels like an hour.
Why? What's
The pace doesn't stop.
Yeah, it's like you're like, if there was two guys out there, like two guys are about to get 160 reps because he's still gonna have his drills lined up, and it's like it's rapid fire. Like you literally get done with a drill, maybe you can get like a squirt of water, and then you're straight into another drill. And so it's like everyone's getting a bunch of reps, and never like too much rest in there.
Because you got to think like. Like we said, he works out in the morning, and he did this. So he did this. He, played under Mendenhall and all that. So he knows how we're feeling and how much, he can push us.
Who's that?
Coach Mendenhall.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah,
So they've done the
they've
work,
done it.
and they know what it's like.
Yeah.
Well, what is that like? They've talked a lot about it. Coach talks about it to staff. These guys all worked with him or played for him.
Yeah,
What's that like? That's never happened.
It's the true meaning of a family. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I've never seen that ever. And that's like just having that. Like that's a brotherhood. Everybody loves everybody.
Yeah. All the coaches are already been friends for years, and it's like since they've all already done it, like it's nothing new. Like they can tell you exactly what it is. They're gonna tell you like, yeah, it's not gonna be easy, but look, we all did it already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It comes from a place of love. Like you feel that whenever you come in.
You definitely feel that at 6 o'clock in the morning when you're like breaking your back to do whatever. You feel love?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's different than where you've been before? Well, you've been here.
Yeah.
Well, is that different?
I guess I think I like that like the staff is real young because like they're all really active. So like you'll see like during our lifts and everything, like our position coach and all the position coaches will be at people's racks, like, you know, cheering you on. Like I'll get done with my lift, I'll turn around, Coach Wilkins is right there. You know, he's dapping me up or something like that. So I'm like, they're very active and everything. Like Coach Wilkins, he's fully capable of just doing all the drills with us.
Yeah.
He's gonna show you like exactly how it's supposed to look and that's the part about like, you know, having that young staff that I feel like they can still like, you know, be actively, not just telling you what to do, but actively showing you.
They're doing it.
You know,
They're doing it. All right, we're going to take a break. Part 1 is done. We got a lot more to go. So hang out. We'll come right back after this.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Sprout, get ready.
My coach. My teacher.
My older sisters.
My grandma.
My brother.
My tutor. My dad and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together.
Pull together.
Pull together.
To make New Mexico the best place to be a kid.
Hey, look! It's Dwight Goodman!
This place is hot. Let's see if anyone needs my help. How about I drive you madman home, huh? I got this, Dwight. I'm the designated driver. Boom. Sweet. Does anyone need Dwight's help getting home tonight?
No thanks, Romeo. I've got a taxi all lined up.
Drive safe, Dwight. Boom. Boom.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I've got, we're really trying to get a lot done here. Kyler Drake, Garrison Walker, Lobo, defensive lineman. We've got a guy who's been here and a guy who's new, and there's so much to talk about. We're really jazzed about Lobo football. All right, the coaches, except for the strength coaches, are kind of on vacation. This is a break, except you guys don't have a break.
Right.
You were both working out this morning.
Yes, sir.
At what time?
6:30.
All right, what did you do?
We both did a lift called power cleans. So we did power cleans and front squats for the like in the gym portion, and then we went out to the field and we did like cone drills, and then we had to push the wooden sled for.
Yeah.
You did that too?
Yeah. We did both.
The wooden sled.
Yes, sir.
I've seen a video of that, and we'll get to that story, but what's that like?
So, I mean, for this one, it was more like, so we split it up, like D-line, linebackers had their own group, and then the O-line also had their own group, because that's like our lift group. And so for the wooden sled, though, it was like 4 people were on the sled at one time, and you're pushing, and the coach is standing on the sled on the back, so he's adding extra weight, and then you're pushing it like 10 yards. And then, but it's rapid fire though. Like you're literally gonna push it 10 yards. The next people are gonna hop up right immediately. You know, get on the sled, push it 10 yards, and it's gonna be like that. And everyone has to do 14 reps.
14.
14.
Yeah, 14. Well,
what's that? 14? Where's that? They just made that number up?
Hard things.
Yeah, at that point, I think overall we did like 26, right? Because it was 14. And then,
we did a lot.
So we did twice.
Why?
4
you
quarters.
Didn't get it right the first
No,
time?
we
like
4 quarters. So we split it in 4 different conditioning.
That makes sense to you guys.
Yes,
How
sir.
long did that take?
It took about an hour.
Yeah, probably like a little less.
And how long's the whole morning? You started at 6:30.
2 hours.
2 hours.
Yes, sir.
It's quick.
Does it go? Are you done at 8:30, or does sometimes you get a little extra homework, or 8:30 you're done?
8:30 we're done.
He's got to bring the next group comes in.
And then the next group comes in at 9.
How's that work? The little guys come in the afternoon later?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm like, I think I see some of them like in there earlier, like, it might be in there stretching or something like that, but I'm like, I'll be like, leaving lift, and I'm like, look at these dudes, they're barely walking up. It's already almost 9 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, well.
Well, do you guys switch times later?
No.
How come you guys are first?
Honestly, I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
Why?
Because 9 o'clock to 11, it's hot now. It's hot.
So it's cool.
I feel like the big guys always had the earlier time, like just not my time here. Just generally, like we've always had the earlier lift compared to the skill guys.
Okay. So, just some individual stuff, because we could talk for hours, but we don't have that much time. You just came from a program, grew up in Georgia, played in the South. Now you show up 5,300 feet altitude. What's that like?
I'd say the first week coming in, it was hard to acclimate to it. Like having to, because I couldn't sleep. My sleep habits were very off, and but other than that, from the programs wise, it's very different here. It's like the passions, you can feel the passions from every single player, even from the walk-ons to the new guys. Like everybody has that same goal in mind.
You see that, Albuquerque? Come on, we feel it too. So, is that a difference this year between that and last year? Are more guys wired in?
Yeah. I feel like slowly in all my years, like just in general, I feel like each year, like the culture got a little bit better. Like everyone was more connected, but like each year I've been able to say though, like this feels like the most connected I've had like as a college football team. Like, and especially now, like these dudes who came in the spring, like they came in. I feel like they all came in with the right mindset. Like everybody's cool with everybody, and that's kind of like the culture we're trying to bring in here. Is like we're all a family at the end of the day. We're gonna compete, at the highest level at the fall camp and however that goes. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna go in and fight for any of those dudes on the offensive side.
Awesome. So Garrison, what do you got? Any personal goals to get to before the season starts? What do you got to do?
In the weight room, I want to lift some weights, a large amount. So for squats, like before the season starts, hopefully I can get up to like 745. And then for front squats that we did this morning, I was moving some weight pretty good, and I kind of want to go up a lot more. So.
Okay, so you're working on weights. When the coaches come back, then we start doing technique and on the field.
Yes, sir.
What is that? That must be crazy too. What's that like?
It is, because so after we get done working out, we do some extra just to be up, get the leg up on everybody, and so we all work on our technique and stuff. We're all constructive with each other. Nobody takes offense to anything because everybody wants to get better.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
What are you working on, Colin?
So, I mean, for me, like, going into the season, I'm looking forward to, like, the interviews, like he kind of said with the lifting, because that's also, not the interview, my bad, the testing week. So, when we're going over there and doing our max lifts and everything, because I'm coming off the wrist surgery and everything, so I'm really trying to get to, like, I'm getting back into benching and everything, so, and power cleaning too, so I didn't get to put up any numbers in the springtime, so I'm looking to put up some good numbers there. And how we have our color groups based off of like how well you test. I'm trying to get to red, so like, that's like right before black. I'm like, that's my minimum goal is to get to red. So
when will you? How does that changes day to day, or is there a review period like August? When do you move colors?
Move colors, yeah. So that's in that testing week. So in that testing week, we're gonna go over. I think you have shuttles, 40-yard dash, squat, bench, power clean, like, and vertical jump, broad jump. So all that stuff is like, depending on your numbers, is a chart, and when you done testing, it'll place you in a certain color. So by the end of testing week, people will change colors.
When is testing week?
That's going to be the
first week before fall camp, I believe.
Okay, so like August. Fall camp starts like the 16th, the middle. Oh no, fall camp starts July.
July.
Coming up.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Guys, get ready.
And it's all based on the position.
So we're excited. Geez, we're the season's coming up. August 23rd. Is that our opener? Okay. All right, guys. one more segment. We've got 5 more segments of content. We're going to get in as much as we can. Hang out with us. We'll be right back.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Mirror here.
And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team is going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
Shorty, she better than all my intentions. Locked in, shorty, you got my attention. CEO, baby, I get you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Sprout, get ready!
My coach. My teacher. My older sisters. My grandma.
My brother.
My tutor. My dad and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together.
Pull together.
Pull together.
To make New Mexico the best place to be a kid.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on Pro View Networks.
Hey everybody, welcome back. This is our final segment of this week's 505 SVF show. I'm here with 2 dudes from the UNM line, defensive line, Garrison Walker and Kyler Drake. We want to get to some stuff. First I want to talk a little bit about why you got into football. Now off camera, I learned that Garrison is really Gary's son. Gary Walker, who I knew before I met him, I knew he was an answer to a great trivia question. He played 10 or 11 years in the NFL.
Yes, sir.
Lineman. And he's the only player in the history of NFL to play for the Houston Oilers and the Houston Texans.
Yes, sir.
But you're telling me there's also another Gary Walker who's your older brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, so Gary Walker, your brother, was more influential in getting you into football because he was closer to you in age.
Yeah, him and my second oldest brother, Gavin. So it was both of them two, we'd go to the backyard, and my dad would tell Gary to get on the knee, and we'd both tackle him and stuff. And from that point on, I love contact.
So when did that start?
When I was like 7 years old.
7 years old. So you're in the backyard, you're making noise.
Shoulder pads and everything.
All right. So Gary, Auburn. Mm-hmm. What position did he play?
D-line.
He's a lineman.
Yes, sir.
And your other brother?
Gavin.
Where'd he go?
Huntington.
Okay. And line?
Yes, sir. D-line.
Oh man, that's great. So. You're just following in the Walker family footsteps.
Yes, sir.
All right. Why do you play football?
Well, my story is a little different than his. Honestly, like.
Well, every story.
Yeah, I feel like when I started playing football, like I honestly did not want to play. Like
no.
My older brothers played. I had 2 other brothers like similar to him, but they both played, and I wanted to play basketball. And I remember my aunt used to drag me at the car to practice and I was over there crying. I would wipe my tears before I go in there, and I was like, And I go out on the field and, practice whatever. But, like, it wasn't until probably like 2 years, 3 years in there that I was, like, realizing I was good at it. And then I started to realize I like contact. So then I stuck with football. Then I stopped playing basketball probably after middle school, at least organized basketball.
Okay, so then by high school you were a football player.
Yeah, by high school I was
And
football.
went straight. How'd you get to UNM?
So my journey at UNM, actually, like in high school, I had 2 season-ending injuries, my sophomore year and junior year, and then that just left me my senior year to get my film together and everything. It was a tough process because I did a lot of summer school, so I was on track to graduate early and everything, but that stuff didn't count for NCAA. So I had to take two classes my last semester, senior year. I had 7th and 8th period, and I went to an all-star game, and just by a connection there, he kind of introduced me to the New Mexico coaches. So as soon as I became eligible, they offered me, and that was like my first and only offer. I committed right there.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. And this is your last year too?
Yeah.
Okay. If not your dad or your brother, you got a favorite athlete, football player, or any other sport you kind of admire or model yourself after?
I would say Grady Jarrett, the Falcons.
How come?
Because he's a D tackle and he's about the same size as me, and I've been looking up to him, and I look up to my dad because
he's your dad.
Yeah, he's my dad,
and he's a great pro career. I mean,
sir.
11 years in the NFL.
Yes, sir.
I mean, that's outrageous. That's big stuff, even if he wasn't any good, and we know he played well. So okay, I get it. What about you? You got an athlete, any sport?
Growing up, I was trying to play running back. Honestly, like that was the position I wanted to play. So I watched a bunch of Marshawn Lynch. Like that was the person I wanted to play. Like then I got big. I literally had a nickname like in back in Pop Warner. But I started getting big, and they're like, "Nah, we need you to play O-line, and we need you to play linebacker." So that kind of switched me around like that. But also another person I look up to, like I love watching Kobe play and everything. So like my mom will even still send me like, videos like of things he said and everything.
Well, we've had in the last 2 months 8 athletes on the show, and 4 of them
Say Kobe.
told me Kobe. Yeah. Men and women. We have a women's basketball player, Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe. Cool. All right, we're coming down the home stretch. I know you guys aren't involved in any of this Las Vegas stuff, but some of us kind of pay attention. Now, out in Vegas, they're telling us that the Lobos won't win more than 2 games. Is that possible that you guys won't win more than 2 games?
Impossible.
Impossible.
Yeah.
The way we work.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no one doing. I don't feel like there's many schools that's out there doing what we're doing as far as like how much work we're doing and how often we're doing it. I'm like, I think this is gonna be a total different change for like what the Lobos could be. I'm like, I think Mendenhall Hall being here is like the start of something brand new, a winning this program, and I'm like, I don't see why it can't be us who starts it, and from here on out in his time here, like just continue being bowl eligible.
Set that foundation.
Why not? Let's get it done this year. Anyway, guys, it's been great. We cannot wait. August 23rd, Montana State.
I think so.
Is that it?
Yes, sir.
Are we ready?
Yes, sir.
We will be ready by then. A lot of work to do, but we're going to be ready. Hey, everybody, come on. Let's get out there. Let's fill that stadium. This team's going to be really good. Guys, thanks for being here.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for being here. Anyway, everybody, that's it for today. Again, we've got great athletes at UNM. We now have great coaching staffs. You saw what 505 SVF did with the partnership with Lobo Basketball. 10 years kind of meandering around. Last year winning the Mountain West Championship and headed toward the NCAA. Now it's football time. We've got to turn it around. The foundation is set. The guys are here. The staff is here. What we need is you. We need you to turn out to the games, and we need you to support 505 SVF. So please, check it out online, 505sports.org, 505sports.org. $1, $2, anything you can do is going to help us build successful athletic programs and bring in great kids and keep them here. Anyway, that's it for this week. We'll be back next week with yet another special program. Thanks for joining us.